Getting healthy is a lot harder than it seems. Maintaining a constant schedule and routine takes time and effort, and can sometimes be overwhelming going at it alone. That's where communities like PegCity Steppers come in, creating a network and social circle to motivate people to exercise. This Saturday, the group is holding an event in downtown Winnipeg, and they want you to join them. Let's get into it.
So my name is Natalia Petrikin, and I'm a run leader with PegCity Steppers. I'm going to let Shanna go through the history of PegCity Steppers and tell you more about the group. But I would say that I'm one of the long-standing members of PegCity Steppers.
Okay, my turn. So hi, I'm Shanna Goodrich, and I'm the founder of PegCity Steppers. So PegCity Steppers is a local running/walking group based here in Winnipeg. We have been in existence for 3 years. We started in the heights of winter, January 5th, 2020. And since then, we have seen tremendous growth in the group. You know, what started out as a group of friends just wanting to be active and to keep moving during the winter months. And during the pandemic, has grown into a community where, we encourage each other daily to, as our mantra say, keep it moving. And, that's one of our main objectives, to continuously encourage people in the community that live a relatively sedentary lifestyle to get active and to keep moving and to embrace that lifestyle so that we can, live a more healthy and active lifestyle.
Yeah, what you're doing, I think, is just so important. Getting people out there, building a sense of community. Natalia and I had just a quick opportunity to connect before you hopped onto the call, and we're just talking about how community and everything kind of completely fell apart during COVID. So having opportunities like this to reconnect with friends and build new friends and a new community while encouraging each other and, challenging each other to stay active and healthy is incredibly important. And yeah, so August 5th, you have a really cool event happening. Take it away. The Free Health and Wellness Day. What's going on? What's that all about? What can people expect?
With PegCity Steppers, we're always trying to come up with new and exciting events. During COVID, we would have had several events that were online. And, people kept saying, we can't wait to do something in person. So I think that kind of helped as well to push us to say, okay, let's do this. Let's make this our first real in-person event that we can bring the community together and have that same type of, excitement and vibe that we're used to online. So the Free Health and Wellness Day that we're hosting this Saturday, it will have a bit of everything. We'll have health and wellness speakers giving an address to the audience, talking about different ways we can improve our well-being, not just the physical aspect, but also mental, financial, and all of those avenues that feed into each other to make a whole person. We'll be having different workout classes. If you remember from our Jamaica 60 online event, when we had the Soca Fit, we had the boot camp, we'll be having a lot of those same classes, but this time in person. We have Cheryl Soca Fit. She'll be here in Winnipeg. She'll be leading that class. It will be fun and exciting, and we just want everyone to come on out and take part. We'll be having different vendors such as Good Life, Hive Climbing, different health and wellness vendors that people can browse, talk to, get to know more about how they can improve on their lifestyle. And it's just going to be an overall fun event, and it's free. That's the most important part.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the most important part.
I agree. The freeness is good. And then what happens sometimes? People tend to get hesitant to join a class. They're thinking, I'm going to be the odd one out. I don't want anyone staring at me. The fact that this is going to be open at True North Square. Just come on, participate. No one will be watching. Everybody will be just there to have fun. So if it's your first time trying any of these classes, it's a good opportunity to just come on, try the classes, and who knows, maybe it might be your next fitness gig that you may make consistent.
So I guess the question is like, yeah, how do you kind of start building those good habits to get out there? Because I know for a lot of people who make like a New Year's resolution, or they're like, hey, today's the day I'm going to go get fit. They go out for a 10-15 minute run and they're like, no, never again.
So for me, I'm going to use myself as an example. I've always been one of those people that have participated in different fitness activities at different levels. And that's not really because I love it, but I think from early I understood the importance of being fit and being active, right? Um, Consistency is key. Being consistent is hard though. So I think the important piece is to find yourself a good community. Find yourself community that will support you, a community that you feel comfortable in. And that's what PegCity Steppers has provided for me. Because like I was telling you before, Ran, like I will exercise at home, but I still look forward to going out on a Monday for park walks. I still look forward to going out on a Saturday. Suffice to say, when I don't go, I feel like there is a void. I feel bad. I feel, oh, I missed today. I wonder what happened. What did I miss? So it brings the fun into what you're doing. So it makes you want to do it, right? And I find sometimes that is what gets us most of the time. So you make these resolutions, but because you don't have that community, it makes it that much more difficult for you to be consistent. So that's a big part of what the group provides, right? Enlightening people on the different aspects of why it's important to be fit, why it's important to keep moving, why it's important to just not sit at your computer all day and work. We have a WhatsApp group where, I'm not gonna exercise today, but someone says, I went to walk the dog, and I'm like, oh yeah, I really should get up and go walk, right? So community is a very, very important part of just being active and trying to stay consistent, which is the part that is most important, the consistency.
What about you, Shauna? What do you find helps keep you motivated?
You know what? For me, it Natalia hit on a very good point. Like for me, if you're not having fun, if you're not enjoying what you're doing, then you're not going to stick to it. I find a lot of times people see exercise or movement as a chore or something that, oh, I should do this to be healthy or to be fit. But you asked a very valid point. How can someone that's seeking to start make the first step? And that's just making a simple change rather than trying to bite it off in one big chunk. Change something simple, like go for a walk around the block for 5 or 10 minutes and try to do that for 5 to 7 consecutive days. And, incorporate that in your day. And over time, the more you're enjoying it, then it will seem less of a chore and more of something that a commitment that you're making to yourself. And over time, you'll see the incremental gains because now, rather than looking at it as, oh, I have to go do this 5 minute walk, you're looking at it as, all right, let's go do this because it makes me feel good. It gives me energy. I feel energized when I'm done. So for me, I would say it's just having fun and surrounding yourself with people that will, spark that fun and allow you to enjoy yourself. And for me, that's what PegCity Steppers provides. Whenever we go out, it's nonstop laughing, nonstop fun. So
Oh,
you
that's good to
almost
hear.
forget that you're feeling all the aches and pains in the
No,
legs or,
it's
you
so
know,
true.
Yeah.
It's so true. If I may, just yesterday at our park walks, right? Everybody was just feeling, it's Monday. We don't want to go. Why are we here? We just came together as a group. Well, it's going to be a walking day, and we just walked, and we walked briskly, had great conversations, and what seemed so daunting at the end of 6 kilometers, we were all happy and done and went home. And to think that we didn't want to go or want to start because we were feeling so tired, but just the community community and being involved, helps. And everyone feeling confident in their abilities too. We have so many people that join the group. Oh, I'm not a runner. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. And to see them now, it's just such a joy and great motivation, even for someone like me that, as I said, I don't like running, but it motivates me to run because I'm like, oh, this person was always walking. Well, you can't come out and walk today. You need to run, right? So
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm gonna have to ask. You started up in winter, and winter has its other challenges to maintain physically active. Right now, in the height of summer, it can be incredibly warm out there. What was it? Just a couple of days ago, I was at the Gimli International Film Festival. So yeah, went last week Wednesday, and just being outside walking around, completely drenched. For you and the group going out exercising, trying to stay active even in the summer, what sort of tips or advice would you give for people to, as they're going out to try and stay healthy, to stay safe in these kind of hot weather?
So for me, hydration is key. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I can't stress that enough. So whilst we know sweating is important, there you go. So, sweating is important, but then, as you sweat, you are likely to become more dehydrated. So that's one important thing, just always try to make sure that you have something to hydrate. The other thing I would say is dress properly. So, and this goes for in the winter as well, right? I know people that are newcomers here and they're like, oh no, I don't want to go out in the winter. I'm here to tell you, if you learn to dress properly, you will be okay. And the same is true in the summer, where the appropriate type clothing that, will allow your body to breathe properly. So like, it's not just a racer back top, but a racerback top that's the right material, because then that prevents you from getting soaked and drenched and dehydrated and all that thing. And then the last thing is and this is a lesson from me, is to time your activity. So like for me, sometimes I'm lazy. I don't get up in the mornings. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go for an afternoon run. Bad idea on specific days. Not a great idea. That afternoon heat can be terrible. So that's important too, to check the weather, make sure it's not going to be too hot. If it's going to be too hot, try to go in the morning where it's a little bit cooler. Just to make sure that you take care of yourself, because whilst you're out there trying to get movement and you don't want to get dehydrated and
you don't want to hurt yourself more.
Exactly.
You're trying to get healthy, right? You're trying to get healthy. You're not trying to hurt yourself, because it's so easy to get muscle strains or headaches from dehydration.
Yes.
Especially in those high temperatures. If you're doing intense physical labor, and as you mentioned, Natalia, going out in the afternoon, it could be incredibly dangerous, actually.
Yeah. No, I've had a very bad experience to the point I swear I was never going to go out in the afternoon. Went out very hot, not dressed properly, and no water. Because I'm one of those people, I bring the water when I'm running. I don't drink it for whatever reason, but then when I don't have it, I always want it, right? So that's kind of why it's so easy for me to tell you, well, don't do these things, because it has been my experience.
Yeah. Do as I say, not as I do, right?
Yeah. Right.
So where can people go to become a part of the PegCity Stepper community?
Well, so we have two main days that we meet up. We meet on Saturday mornings at the Forks, right in front of Travel Manitoba. So, it's a free event. There's no sign up necessary. You just turn up on the morning. We meet at 7:30 a.m. I know when I say that, people are like, that's a bit early.
On a Saturday.
On a Saturday. But we meet at 7:30 a.m. on Saturday mornings. And on Monday evenings, we meet at 6 p.m. So each month we would change the location. So for the month of July, which recently ended, we were at St. Vital Park. And August we'll be going to another location. So typically we would post on our social media page at PegCity Steppers on Instagram and on Facebook. We also have a website that I'll share. PegCitySteppers.ca, sorry. We usually post our full schedule of events for the month. So if anyone is interested in joining us, they can stay tuned to all our social media platforms and just turn up.
Just to kind of wrap things up real quickly, what is both of your favorite experience has been being a part of PegCity Steppers?
You want to go first, Natalia?
I guess I could go first. It's hard to choose one, Ran. But the truth is, being well, I don't know if I'm classified as a newcomer anymore, but being an immigrant, then let's use that
Yeah,
word.
there you go.
Yeah. Like I said, running is not one of my favorite things to do, but I know it's important. But being a part of PegCity Steppers has made it one of the best things that I've done here, and that's because of the community. It's so I'm going to use Saturday. So Saturday we went on this event, Berries and Brunch. So we did not run, we didn't do a run on Saturday morning, but instead we went to it was a group event, and we went and had a very engaging, relaxing, fun-filled event. We did do some amount of walking because we went and picked berries. But for me, like doing those types of activities really, really help. And being a part of a group that promotes health, wellness, and does other activities.
Yeah, the social bonding
The
aspect.
social bonding, it's irreplaceable. There's nothing like it, right? When you don't go to run and you miss going. Remember, it's not about the running anymore because I don't like to run, but the fact that I miss it and I feel that there is this void when I don't go on a Saturday morning, when I don't go, I get up, I'm miserable and can't speak to the husband, don't want to talk to the kids because what I didn't take care of me first, right? So having a community where I can resonate with people that that were like-minded individuals, really, really, really helps me. And I think that's my favorite part of it. It's not an activity, but it's my favorite. The whole community is just it's just awesome.
Shannon, what's your favorite experience?
Boy, there's so much, I don't even know which one to choose. But for me, like seeing where the group has like been like started, it was literally three of us, myself, Natalia, and another colleague, Rachel. And seeing where we are today, we have like 30 members. Not all 30 are active every week, but just looking at that growth and seeing the community that we have built and the interaction that we have. And when you hear the positive feedback from our members, just yesterday when we we're at Park Walks, one of our newer members who has been with us for less than a month, she said, this is one of the best things I've done for myself, for my life, because I could feel the difference in my body since I've been coming out with you guys. Like I feel more energetic. I'm so excited to come out to these events. So when I hear like that type of positive feedback, for me, that makes me feel so good because it shows that the message or the objective that we're trying to achieve with the group and also with these different social interaction and events that we put on, that message is getting out there. People are responding to it. So for me, I would say that brings me the most joy, or that's one of my favorite experiences.
Shauna, why don't you tell me again what's happening this Saturday?
So this Saturday, it's the PegCity Steppers Health and Wellness Day at True North Square, starting at 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come on out and enjoy all that there is to enjoy. And I also want to take this opportunity to give a shout out to the Canadian Heritage Foundation and the Kenyan Association of Manitoba. We were lucky enough to receive some funding from them this year, and that has helped us significantly in hosting events such as this one. And we would love for our community members to come on out and to enjoy and to just take part of this amazing experience. That's it.
You have any stories you'd like us to share or communities we should highlight? Leave a comment on our social media or reach out to us on our website. I'm Ryan Funk. This was You Talk, and have yourself a good one.